Hi, my name is Naya Suddarth. I'm the official correspondent for the Beat Museum in San Francisco. We're here in Park City on Main Street at the Sundance Film Festival 2013. We are just about to go interview actor Jean-Marc, who is playing Jack Kerouac in the upcoming film Big Sur.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me.
My life has basically been living in a suitcase, doing independent films all through Europe, North Africa. So, all of a sudden, they offered me the role. I hadn't gone back into Kerouac since that time.
Yeah.
And so I read Big Sur and was completely taken by the evolution in terms of writing compared to On the Road.
Yeah.
I mean, in Big Sur you have these 2 or 3 page paragraphs that are stream of consciousness. There's only maybe 1 or 2 sentences that resembles what you saw maybe in Thomas Wolfe, or what you saw really with Marcel Proust, who was a French writer at the beginning of the last century. And this film, all of a sudden, I realized had a chance when I'd read the script, and you'll see it when you see the film, of really putting in front American literature.
Yeah.
Because Jack, the only thing he really wanted was to be a writer and to be recognized as a writer. And he took that as an obsession. And when he became a success, all of a sudden he was in that horrible dilemma of like Hemingway, living up to his image as a writer. And instead of the idealism of On the Road, you still have that desire for freedom and for adventure and for love, but it's at the end. And you see this true action hero decide to do a slow suicide with alcohol. Kerouac is the best representation after Whitman of what could be an American Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Not Rambo, Rambo.
Yeah.
But it's true, and we need that. And I think today, especially the young people.
Well, and his influence, with taking, the almost creating this poetic prose with, jazz and influencing that, and it's pulling from all these different facets in society and creating this literature that people could just really sink into and dream and escape from everything else, but they could still feel that dirty, gritty
And it's
bit of
American.
life.
It's an American literature. Mm-hmm. I mean, I really think America. We have the industry of cinema and things like that, but we have great writers in this country, probably the best. And I think the Beat Group were an influence on that. They really were questioning. And they allowed myself, when I was in the 70s, to go to Paris and to approach those taboos, and all of a sudden to start thinking for myself.
So another question is, how did you prepare for this role then?
I started reading biographies, I read all his works, and what I realized was there was nothing to play, because I'd been living it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And so as an actor, I'm at a point in my life with the experiences I've lived where I can start to fly. I don't know if I don't want to sound too kind of haughty with this, but
you can pull from experience.
Well, no, it's just that when I was a young actor and I was watching some of the people I admired, I thought, how the hell am I going to do that? And right now, for the past 5-6 films, for the past 2-3 years, things just come out.
Yeah.
I'm letting things come out, and it's a horrible way to say it. I mean, I had a cheap wig. I prepared really well for the role, but most of all, we had a director who wanted to put the literature in the front. All these actors and people who worked on the film did this for charity. They loved Kerouac. The way I got the role, my lady at the time met the producer at a cocktail and asked him what he was doing, and they said, we got this Kerouac piece, but we can't find Kerouac. And she says, have you thought of Jean-Marc Barr? And the next day I got the role. And I finally got to LA, and I was 3 weeks too late. My lady left me. So she gave me the good kick in the teeth to to start Kerouac.
There's some genuine, heartfelt motivation there, huh?
Well, no, it's,
Yeah.
you can't. I think you can't be an idealist when you start Big Sur as Kerouac. You can't be an idealist.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in love.
Yeah.
It's a creation.
So had you been to Big Sur and around Highway 101 before?
Yeah. I mean, I came to California. I came to California when I was 13, so I got to live, and I went up to Humboldt. So of course, Northern California, and being a Californian, I think it's also important for this. California is a myth. It's a place of myth. Big Sur is the west of the west. It's where the myth ends.
Yeah. So just one more question is, so like in the book, Big Sur juxtaposes the magnificent beauty with a man suffering with his inner demons. So how do you feel you were able to represent that feeling on set and have that contrast? Being
Well,
in
like
that
I said, I was
open space?
personally broken.
Yeah.
I had been much broken more before.
Yeah.
I've seen many broken people,
Yeah.
and I played someone who was broken, who had decided to go towards a slow suicide. I mean, when he decides to see the cross, for me, that's a big letdown. After all that he was in the book, he comes back to Christ and Catholicism, and after all that he had done, it seemed so weird. But that was because of the alcohol. Freedom comes at a price. It's not free.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for taking this time out.
Oh, it was lovely talking to you.
Everyone's going to be really excited. I feel like I could talk to you so much longer about this. And
Well, maybe we might have a chance when I
Yeah.
come to San Francisco, because
Okay.
I know I'm going there for the promotion. So
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Can we just grab a couple of pictures
Sure,
really fast?
sure.
Thank you.